K-pop shakes the world. How did a wave that began in Seoul come to move the heartbeats of the world? On a midsummer night in Seoul, neon lights flicker between high-rise buildings, and commuters, stepping off the subway, pause for a moment as a familiar melody drifts through the air. Just minutes earlier, that same song had been playing on a giant screen in Times Square. A few hours before that, tens of thousands of fans in Saudi Arabia had been singing it at the top of their lungs in a massive concert hall. The borders are different, the languages are different, the cultures seem worlds apart, and yet, people across continents are listening to the same music at the same time, copying the same choreography, and sharing the same fictional universe. At the center of this astonishing phenomenon are three simple letters: K-pop. Almost no one predicted that the story would unfold this way. In the late 1990s, when HOT leapt across the stage before students waving white balloons, it was seen merely as the birth of a new youth culture. Few realized that those performances were only the opening lines of a much larger prologue. The stages grew bigger, the music broke down genre boundaries, fans began communicating across languages, forming entirely new kinds of communities. K-pop evolved beyond a passing trend into something far greater, so expansive that even the word global now feels insufficient. And today, K-pop is unveiling yet another chapter, with the emergence of works such as K-pop Demon Hunters, a Golden Globe-winning production. K-pop has expanded beyond music and performance into a vast narrative universe. Idols are no longer merely singers and dancers. They appear as heroes within stories, hunting evil while redefining what idol identity itself can mean. K-pop is no longer confined to what we hear or see on stage. It has become a cultural cosmos, consumed, reimagined, and recreated collectively by young generations around the world. What makes this even more remarkable is that it all began in South Korea, a relatively small country. Algorithms carried Korean-made content in real time to audiences in the United States, Brazil, and France. Social media platforms became spaces where fans could share their passion and amplify it into something far more powerful. What once would have seemed unimaginable now feels entirely natural. A performance filmed on a rooftop in Seoul can become, within hours, a dance challenge for teenagers across the globe. A group's fictional universe can capture the imagination of comic book fans in America. K-pop is special not simply because the music is good. At its core are the relentless determination of idols striving to protect their dreams, the heartfelt devotion of fandoms, the relentless experimentation of producers, and the warm solidarity of people across the world who support one another through music. All of these forces intertwine, transforming K-pop from a market phenomenon into something that moves people's lives. We are standing in the middle of this vast story called K-pop. We return to its starting point and asks once more, how did this small cultural current grow into a wave, powerful enough to shake the world? And where is that wave headed next? The journey to find those answers begins now.
The unique appeal of K-pop, created by weaving music, performance, and visuals into one story. 1. From music you hear to music you see. K-pop's global appeal cannot be explained simply by strong melodies, precise choreography, or striking visuals. Its power lies in the way all these elements are woven together into a unified experience. While many musical genres rely primarily on sound, K-pop, from the very beginning, aspired to something more comprehensive. It sought to combine sight and sound, emotion and narrative. The Korean idol industry developed a structure in which music production, stage direction, video aesthetics, and styling were considered simultaneously. As a result, fans do not merely listen to a song. They experience a connected world through music videos, choreography, stage design, facial expressions, fashion, and even subtle visual motifs. This integrated system transformed K-pop from a musical genre into a cultural phenomenon. 2. When music and performance expand one another. In K-pop, music is rarely created in isolation from performance. From the earliest stages of composition, choreography and stage concepts are often imagined alongside the melody. Producers, songwriters, choreographers, and performance directors collaborate closely. The intensity of the chorus, the explosive rhythm shifts, the emotional arc of a bridge. These moments are designed with movement in mind. Music and body become inseparable. Without performance, the song feels incomplete. And without the song structure, the choreography loses its narrative force. This dynamic encourages fans not just to listen, but to participate, to learn the dance, recreate the gestures, and embody the rhythm themselves. The interaction between music and movement is one of K-pop's defining strengths. Together, they form a story told through sound and motion. 3. Visuals and styling as world-building tools. In K-pop, a concept is far more than an image. It serves as a narrative axis. An album cycle is often supported by carefully chosen color palettes, hairstyles, wardrobe design, music video aesthetics, and even coordinated social media content. All of these elements expand the artist's world. Fans are not simply consuming a track, they are entering a universe. Styling becomes a visual language for emotion. A soft ballad may be paired with pastel tones, and minimalist sets that emphasize vulnerability. A powerful, hip-hop-based release might feature metallic silhouettes and dramatic lighting to amplify intensity. These choices are not decorative. They reinforce the emotional direction of the music and deepen the immersive experience. Visual design strengthens the story the song is telling. 4. The fusion of narrative content and fandom experience. K-pop songs are no longer consumed as standalone audio releases. Variety shows, reality programs, live streams, behind the scenes, documentaries, and social media interactions extend the story beyond the stage. Fans follow not only the music, but also the growth of the artists. They witness rehearsals, celebrations, struggles, and milestones. Emotional connection deepens through continuity. As music, performance, visuals, and narrative content merge, K-pop evolves into something larger than a music industry. It becomes a story-driven cultural experience. Fandom, in this structure, is not limited to cheering for songs or chart success. It involves participating in a shared emotional journey. The narrative continues even when the stage lights dim. 5. A new example of expansion in K-pop Demon Hunters. Recent projects such as K-pop Demon Hunters illustrate how far this narrative expansion can reach. In this kind of production, idol aesthetics and performance energy blend with animation, cinematic storytelling, and gaming elements within a unified fictional universe. Here, music does not merely accompany a story. It becomes part of a broader mythology. Fans engage not only with songs, but with characters and evolving plot lines. They follow arcs of growth within a fictional setting, experiencing music as one layer of a larger creative ecosystem. This signals an important shift. K-pop is evolving beyond albums and concerts into multi-universe intellectual properties, capable of sustaining expansive storytelling. 6. The power of fusion that defines K-pop. K-pop is best understood as a fusion art form. Music, performance, visual design, narrative, and fandom reinforce one another in an organic structure. No single element fully explains its appeal. It is the interaction among them that generates its global resonance. Music elevates performance. Performance enhances visual storytelling. Visuals deepen emotional impact. Fandom sustains and expands the narrative. Through this layered integration, K-pop has become more than Korean pop music. It has developed into a distinctive cultural language, interpreted and shared worldwide. And as this fusion continues to evolve, K-pop may well set new standards not only for music industries, but for global storytelling and cultural production itself.